Yo. Alright, so last night I was in the hypnagogic state, and I was, I'm gonna turn this music down a tiny bit so you can still hear me. But, yeah, I was just having all these thoughts, more ideas of what I, you, and we can do to actually take action on these things that we believe in. So I wrote down a bunch of things as I was falling asleep. I mean, ideas I had in the past, but some new ideas. One of them is just going out in a huge crowd, either at night or during the day, and just writing chalk messages all over the place on the sidewalk. And me and my friends were doing that last summer with a lot of success. Just writing anti-TV messages and all kinds of positive other things. There's this cool group called Chalk for Peace, which you can check out online. I mean, you can get all kinds of kids involved, and it's a really cool idea. Another one is megaphoning on the sidewalk. You can just go out there by yourself or with a group of people and say stuff with a megaphone. My friend Sam, who's also on this YouTube channel with me, has started doing that. So another revolutionary idea is just sharing. I remember Zach ZZ33 said that a while back, like one of the most revolutionary things you can do is just share. And I mean, you can also trade, you can also make your own things. Like, I'm gonna try and make one of these, which is a head de-stressor. It's called an octopus, but I'm pretty sure you can just make it out of hangers, put hot glue guns tips on the edge, which is awesome. It feels so good. You can just make those and trade them for people. I mean, you don't have to use money. And another thing is just don't buy things. I mean, these are things that I have done or try to do or want to do, and also recommend, by the way. So, I mean, I've just completely stopped buying things except for food. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I spend money on, and books. Because that's another big thing I do, is I just buy tons and tons of books and share them with people. Instead of saying, hey, you should read this book, I recommend the book, but then I just lend them a copy instead of having them go buy it for themselves. And so I've probably bought in at least 100 books, different copies of The Power of Now and Ishmael and all these other books, and just lent them to people because, I mean, when I tell someone about a book, if I have it right there, then they'll probably read it, and a lot of people have really liked it. So that's another cool idea. Let's see here. Yeah, another thing that I do is I've just completely stopped watching TV, because that really just locks you in this mode of consciousness that, I mean, and it also just distracts me from lots of things. So I just have stopped watching TV. That's another thing. So Derek Jensen says we need to decolonize our minds and hearts, which I completely agree with. We need to stop valuing the system over the natural world. And so therefore we need to defend the land over defending the grocery store, because the food actually comes from the land. And we just need to decolonize, get these conditioned ways of thinking out of our minds. Another thing that a lot of people talk about is, like, we need to articulate the new paradigm, speak it into existence in a way. So I'm trying to increase my vocabulary and all that good stuff, just because if we can explain how the next paradigm is going to be in a way, then people are more likely to want to do it. And it's also like the phrase, like, if you build it, then they will come. It's kind of, I mean, we also need to physically do it, but we also need to be able to speak about it well. Another thing that is valuable is these 4 agreements by this guy, Miguel Ruiz, I believe. One of my friends, Myth of Media, has a video about that, which is pretty cool, which I'll post. Another thing is we need to learn from dreams. I've been trying to learn from my dreams because, I mean, for instance, the Aboriginals in Australia, they value the dream world a lot, and I mean, I think that we could probably at least try and write down our dreams or remember them. That would be valuable. Some other odd things I thought of in the hypnagogic state are flash mobs, where you just get a huge group of people and do something crazy in public and get media attention, spread your message out there. I was thinking one idea that is really fairly intense. I mean, like a huge group of people could go in the middle of a huge intersection and just handcuff themselves to each other in the shape of a peace sign, and then just stay there for a day or so, I don't know, until a shitload of cops came. I think that would be sweet as hell. I'm sure you'd get arrested, but you wouldn't have you'd still be handcuffed. Alright, I have a lot more ideas, so I'm going to make another video, but I think the key is that we each need to find what we can do best and what we like doing best, and what our gifts are. Like Derek Jensen always says, what are your gifts? How can you best address the situation? So I'll leave you with a quote that I basically have memorized from a penniless cripple, who I'm sure is a lot better off than a penniless cripple, but I remember she wrote this quote a while back, and I basically remember it because I really liked it. She said, we need to plant seeds in many places, and we can't expect these seeds to grow immediately, but we don't know where or when they're going to grow, and we can't keep looking for immediate results or we'll be let down every time. But we need to remember those who came before us and those who will come after us, and keep the faith, keep trying new things. If they don't work, keep trying other things, and we're gonna win. Peace.